so I'm not supposed to hang out with the freshmen. But Arden was relentless. Right? He'd like follow me around and meet me, like, you know, he's like, Josh, you got a couple minutes for me? And I was like, yeah, yes. You know, and we'd sit down for like an hour and just talk, right? Like, I'd tell him everything about my girlfriends, about my life, and, you know, he was just sitting there listening. He's like taking notes. Literally, he was taking notes during these lunch meetings. And it's like persisted throughout the entire year. You know, just all the time. The cake? You're worried about it? John gets worried about the cake. Very, very aware of everything. And then I graduated, and I got a card from Arden. He sent me a thank you card. Right? Like, literally, my mom will remember this. Arden wrote me this card. I was like, this kid sent me a card. Why not be hanging out all year? And you know, I read it to my mother. She was like, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Like, you actually did that all year with him? I was like, yeah. He was like, wow. And then I was like, oh, but he was a kid. You know, I'm never going to see him again. And then he kept calling me. I went to college, and he was like calling me all the time, right? I'm at college trying to party with girls, and I got Arden every week. Hey man, how's it going? It's Arden. Okay. I guess we're friends, probably, you know. And then like literally, I realized that the conversations I was having with Arden were the best conversations of my week. Right? I'm at college with all these like intellects. And this little sophomore in high school is like, you know, challenging me mentally, and we're having these wonderful talks about life, and it just continued like throughout like all of our life together. These talks, like constantly, deep-rooted life talks about what's important, what's not important, and thank you for that. Like a sense of responsibility that like I never had, you know, like a brother. So like thanks for being somebody that I could talk to and, you know, tell about life and what's important. It's terrible. I didn't think it was all right. Give me a drink, honey. Jamie told me to stop drinking an hour ago. If I was drinking, it'd be fun. But then you met Sydney, you know, and I've seen all the girls. I've seen every, you know, there wasn't like all. But I've seen, you know, every one, pretty much. You know, he was 13 before I met him, so there's only one girl I didn't see. And nothing was ever right. You know, like right. You know, like when I met my wife, right. Or when all of my boys met their wives, and, you know, right. Like it's a feeling that we got, you know, and when you met Sydney, I just knew, I was like, wow, you know, this girl is incredible. Like, she challenges him, you know, the way that, like, we challenge each other. And it's like amazing to me, you know, that you guys have each other and have, you know, have this sort of connection. So I hope that you always, you know, maintain this connection and never forget that she's the most important thing in your life. And my father told me that too at my wedding. He said, all good things in my life I owe to my wife. And being married for 5 years now, all good things in my life I owe to my wife. So all good things you'll owe to Sydney. Thank you.